it's harsher.
I mean, the thing about it is artists don't make as much money here, and I think the difference with Kenya and in a market where you are in the US, they make a shitload of money. So it's that fandom, that obsession is because of the success. It's because they got this big house and they got this Phantom and they got this Ferrari. And most of these things are facilitated by the label, by the way. It's not even that they really got that money, but labels can create that image where it's like, ooh, I really, I look up to this guy. So the success factor is a big thing because, A-list artists in Kenya might be making, I don't know, they get paid how much a show? Maybe $500,000.
Wow.
I want to say maybe. So maybe in a year they make maybe, I don't know, 10 million shillings, maybe 20. They don't even make $1 million in a year, I don't think.
Ridiculous.
So when you look at it from that perspective, there's yeah, people just look at you like, you'll never see like Kenyans act crazy when they see a celebrity, like, oh my God, it's such and such. It's like they'll just dap you up and keep it moving. And I think that money thing is a big part of that.
Wow, I just don't get it. Other than the passion for me, that's why I feel like the content is so good, because you really have to be passionate for it to pursue it.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild. It pisses me off so bad, especially being on this end and seeing like a Blueface put one song out and be able to buy his mom's mansion.
His whole life has changed off one record. Yeah. He's good for. He's set for life.
And it's a trash record at that.
Yeah. One trash ass record and Blueface is popping.
Meanwhile, Kenya's producing the heat and can't even get the same fucking respect. It's ridiculous.
It's bad.
But we move regardless. So shout out to all of the Kenyan artists for real, for keeping going, like keeping it strong, being your own incentive,
Yeah, don't be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. We can figure this thing out. Sauti Sol are taking over the globe. They've set out a blueprint. They are our global ambassadors for the music business right now. They're breaking down barriers. We need to step up and also deliver at the same level as Sauti Sol, and possibly we could have that movement of Kenyan stars taking over the globe.
I'm pushing it. I'm here to do whatever on my end. So I'm here for it. I mean, of course, but eventually things will be different, and Kenya will have his time. Kenya will have his time.
Yes, sir.
So talk to me about this A&R position. Like, how do you feel about that? How did it come about? How do you feel about Vice Life? Like,
well, I've known Timmy a long time. Timmy Blanco is my guy, and then Biggs, who's been managing TNT prior. Now we co-manage, but he was the manager before I got involved. Me and Biggs have some interesting mutual friends, and so when the guys were doing their Alchemist show, that was that last year? I think that was last year. So when they were doing the road to Alchemist, I went there and me and Biggs really had some time to really talk about things. And I've always been passionate about hip hop and playing my position to help, with my platform at Homeboys. Of course, I did my thing there. But sitting down with Biggs and sharing ideas, I could and making that connection of the history we share. It just made sense we started working on our relationship since that day, and as we continue to get close, it just made sense, man. It was just one of those natural things, I want to say, because I am. I have this network. across the globe of different artists, different labels, you know, different media partners or whatever you want to say. And I was like, you know what, I could actually use these resources for something I believe in, which is TNT, and I strongly believe in that duo.
To the bag, me and the bro tight. I am not sipping on liquor, bitch. I'm on the fold tonight. My soda spike. I'm really up in the field, just ducking the cold, but best just close your eyes. I don't think nobody really has ever had colder ice. I'm so precise. I can be talking about nothing if it don't involve a price. Let's roll tonight. Them niggas acting like we ain't gonna run in your home tonight. She's so polite.
I say this statement a lot. The next big thing out of hip hop is coming from Africa, and I'm talking like Drake big. I think it's coming from Africa. You know, we've seen in the States where this thing is from. We've seen the West Coast have their run, East Coast had their run, the South had their run, and you know, from there,
Toronto had their run.
And then, you know, from there we've also seen some guys from Europe have a good run. You know, the Skeptors of the world, Stormzy. You know, they're having a good run. We've even seen some Asian rappers, the Rich Chiggers in them. And BT, you know, I don't even know their names, but you know, we're seeing rappers from different parts of the globe really do numbers and really tour the globe. And I think the next frontier is definitely Africa when it comes to hip hop. And it's so evident when you see someone like Nasty C being signed to Def Jam. It shows you that even the industry knows that, okay, we've seen hip hop from everywhere but Africa,
which doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, so I think TNT are set to dominate globally, and I'm doing everything I can to position them and to prepare them for that moment.
They're super lucky to have you.
Appreciate it.
That's for sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, like TNT is fire. TNT is fire. You can hear the lyricism. You can hear all of that. You can hear like that kind of cockiness that every artist needs. You know, like
they can compete at the global stage. I think is you know, as far as their beat selection, you know, their subject matter, how they approach music, their look, their style,
consistency,
you know, and even the vision when it comes to videos, you know, they come up with most of these concepts for the videos. So I think we have a very good team there at Vice Life. You know, we have Sean, who's a painter, and you're going to be seeing a comic book that we're developing. You know, we've got an EP that's dropping real soon, and you'll see some of Sean's work with animation that we're collaborating with some people. You know, those are still in the works, but I'm just really excited to help these guys get to where they're destined to be.
That would be fire. Yeah. That would be super fire. Yeah. Super fire. So yeah, I can't wait to see what TNT has in store for us. So Vice Life is TNT's the only artist so far.
Yeah, I mean, we've signed we're in talks. We're just about to. It's pretty much done, but it's a group of producers that we work with almost exclusively right now. ESN, and they have it's a team of, you know, it's producers and rappers, and like it's just it's like pro era. Wow. And we're working closely with these kids, and you know, we've got Swahili Papi and, you know, Bahati Bookings. Woo! So it's a lot of things percolating at Vice Life right now. Bahati Bookings is Swahili Papi and Evumbi. That's like their their name collectively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swahili Papi.
Yeah. So you might be. I mean, I don't want to say it yet, but those are the guys that we're looking at to add to the roster at Vice Life. Yeah, we do. We actually do have a FMC as well. Bubble bands that we're working on as well. She's actually signed, and so Bubble bands was supposed to be a 2020 project, but seeing how things are looking, it might be 2021.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that's good. That's good. So we got some. Are you doing like? Is it all hip hop? Or are you looking for some R&B acts?
Yeah, I mean, running a label, I don't want to waste anyone's time. And so for me, it's a matter of really focusing on TNT at the moment. And the reason the production team makes sense is because they're helping elevate TNT's performance, because it is a really, really dope crew of producers. And so that's the focus.
I'm still trying to find me a wholesaler. You said that you wavy my book better. If you see my mama, just don't tell her. I double the cup, I double the dose. I think I created my own beverage. Dirty my cup, I'm stirring the dose. That muddy becoming my sole preference. Pour the foes, the fan ass foes. I triple the dose, I'm so reckless. Sip it alone, I'm fucking your hoe. Deep bitch, you be loving a slow.
And once we get over that hump, and once we're really successful at that, then you could look at, okay, what else can we do? What else can this machine? Because right now we're just working on the machine, you know. We're adding parts,
Exactly.
we're oiling it, we're figuring out, you know, how much gas we need, how much, you feel me? And once we have a running machine, then we can be able to test different, you know, styles or different artists with the machine. But I'll say as of now, the focus is really TNT.
That's what's up. That's what's up, and I appreciate that, because you know there are a lot of people that will think like, oh, let's start a label and let's get like 10 artists, without even knowing that they successfully, you know, like rolled out the first one. So I don't think it makes sense, especially as a young label, to go off and just sign
and tie a lot of people down with contracts, and then, you know, you can't deliver on what you intended to, and then it's a whole mess. You can even get sued.
Yeah, you can get sued. Too much. Way too many ins and outs. And this leads us to the next part of this, which is like, okay, so you were once a rapper, and you said, I don't know if you did one that way anymore.
I haven't in some years, but yeah, I mean, it's like riding a bike. I think I could still pull it off.
You guys get Jinx on the track.
Yeah, I might be able to pull it off still.
Okay, so what do you think every artist should know? Like, just like give them some pointers.
Yeah, I mean, my 3 tips don't really change. These are my 3 tips for anybody really in the business. First of all, you know, you have to do your 10,000 hours. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know, most of y'all have just recorded your first song and think you're ready to be on the radio, think you're ready to be a star. You know, you think the world revolves around you already, and you came off the studio with 1 record. Sit your ass down. You gotta do your...
If you don't know what the...
Sorry?
Give them a background. If you don't know what the 10,000 is, 10,000 hours, it takes 10,000 hours for you to master something, to master a skill, a craft.
Exactly.
So if you don't take the 10,000 hours, get your ish together.
So if you haven't been writing music for 10,000 hours, you're not ready yet. That's what I always say. You can always get better. You'll be at master at 10,000 hours. So that's the first thing. The second thing I always say is that, you know, you have to realize it's a business. A lot of people, when they're getting into this game, you know, it's a fun thing to do, and because you think you're just gonna rap and the song is gonna blow up and you're gonna make a lot of money. But the actual work that has to be done for you to convert that song into cash, the actual grind it takes, you know, you really have to understand it, and really get to the nitty-gritty of the game, you know, when it comes to touring and merchandise and now streaming and licensing and putting together shows, you know, because being on stage is a production. So how much time have you taken to choreograph this performance? Even if it's a 10-minute performance at the club, how serious are you taking this 10 minutes? Because this can be that, you know, that chance you have to converting 50 people who can buy t-shirts.